the second installment of Masters of Grip Strength. We are your hosts tonight. We've got the lovely Dennis.
Get it?
To my right. And some of you might already know me, and if not, please take a minute to feel the intensity. My name is, of course, Tetzel, and as I said, I'd like to welcome you. Today, we gathered 8 gladiators from different strength sports to fight about what's important about the grip. We got arm wrestlers, we got bodybuilders, powerlifters, and we got even a guy who's playing professional football.
I think we've never had a strength sports competition where we had such a mixed field of competitors from all different types of sports, especially since grip strength is something that many people don't specifically train.
That's true.
So we will see what type of training really prevails in these exercises, which are very specific exercises that most people maybe have never seen.
So we got 2 bars loaded with 100 kilograms, so every athlete is holding 50 kilo in each hand. They have to lift it up on the thick end of the bar and try to hold it for as long as possible.
Hopefully we can break 60, maybe even 90 seconds. Anything above 90 seconds will be really impressive.
Definitely, I agree on that, absolutely. I think enough with the talk. Let's get on to our first 2 competitors. To the right hand side we got René. René is 36 years old and he's a professional arm wrestler, so this is something that of course definitely uses a lot of grip strength but also a lot of technique. Yeah, look at those forearms, quite impressive. On the left side we got Johannes, Dr. Johannes. He is a very all-round athlete, as you said. What can we say about him?
He's done any and everything. He's competed in disciplines that most people don't even know is a discipline, like mud wrestling, an old Eskimo competition. But relevant for today's event, he also placed 3rd at the European Grip Championship. So we might claim that he is one of the favorites for today.
Competitors, guys, are you ready?
Of course, got the bars up, no problem. You can see that Johannes is a little bit taller, so the advantage might be on his side because, of course, René has to have, has a little bit more weight on his side. But right now, at the moment, no one seems to have any problems at all. Very easy. Okay.
Very focused.
Johannes very focused on himself, looking down. René giving him the steer of death. Okay. Do we see any shaking? Very strong pickup, no problem.
René starts shaking a little bit, but that doesn't mean anything yet.
Okay. Oh! So this was our first pairing, and now we got something completely different. We have a power lifter, Leo, very young guy. We will see if his willpower and his youth can compare to the sheer raw force of his bare-chested opponent here. We got Phil Bain, a bodybuilder from Austria, and some of you might already know him.
Yes, some of you might have seen him either on YouTube on his channel or on some music videos. In fact, the German rap song Stirnackenkommando features him in the video. We will see how much the muscle mass will transfer into the grip strength.
Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now we have 2 athletes on the same height. The holding height is very, very even, so... Oh, looks very strong. Very nice.
Very smooth and controlled.
Very relaxed.
On both ends.
Okay. Both guys seem to have a very relaxed grip, not too tight, which is very important. I think it's a bad idea to burn out and to squeeze too hard in the beginning. So yeah, no shaking here. Very, very solid. The time is running. Very nice. Have we passed our first competitors? We've already passed the time of the first competitors. Oh, René is starting to shake a little bit. Pull your shoulders back. Come on, pull your shoulders back. Oh. the left-hand side, we got Nikolai. A very tall guy, as you can see. That's the reason why Thomas has to step up on this little plate. And he has got a very different profession.
Yeah, he's a professional football player, American football, not European football. So that's, first of all, a totally different type of training, a totally different type of demand that you put in your body. He said he trains mostly explosive. And while he doesn't train for grip specifically, as you can see, due to his height, he also has very large hands. So that will certainly make it easier to grip the end of the barbell.
So we will see how this factors in right now.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so the plate really evened out the height. That's very good. Both competitors picked it up very easily. And you can see, no problem. Both of these guys obviously have lifts way, way, way past 100 kilo, even with an axle bar. But of course, the thick side of a normal barbell is different from an axle because, of course, you have it moving. So yeah, that's very different. And this is also a factor you always have to think about.
Well, but we can see Thomas seems very, very calm. Maybe all of the thousands of deadlifts done helping that.
Very good. So strong pickup. We're closing in on the minute mark, guys. So both of these guys are starting to shake a little bit. Now it's time to squeeze your hands. Squeeze your hands. Don't lose it. Oh,
very quick finish.
Dennis, what do we have for our last two competitors for this very first exercise?
Yeah, we have the last matchup, epic matchup. Pascal versus Nico means powerlifter / natural bodybuilder versus crossfitter.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Both are about the same height. I think that's not going to factor in here in this match at all. And both have quite impressive arms, but let's see if the arms or the willpower will determine the winner of this matchup.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so the really interesting question is we've had increased times throughout all these matchups. Can these guys get to the 90 seconds mark? I'm really eager to see.
Would be very impressive.
So we see a very different approach here on our right hand side.
Seems like Nico has a slight bend in his elbow.
Whoa! So you can already see Pascal's hands slipping. He didn't use his thumbs, but Nico just barely let it go a little bit before it would have slipped out of Pascal's hands. We will go on with the second exercise we have for today, and it's nothing less than the feared rolling thunder grip.
This exercise is no joke. If you've never done it, find a gym that has this piece of equipment and try it out, because not only does it have a very fat grip, but the grip itself rotates, and then onto the grip the weights are attached. So while the competitors lift up the weight, through the imbalance of the weight, it starts shaking and rolling, which is what's called the rolling thunder.
You have basically no chance to counter with your wrist. Usually you want to have your wrist in a very stable position, and for most it's a supinated position. So you have no chance here to just roll your wrist and keep it in that position because it's so unstable. So we will see of our first two competitors who is going to master this challenge.
3, 2, 1.
Very nice. Thomas is going first. 3 repetitions. He has 30 seconds to complete his repetitions. The hip, of course, must be locked out very cleanly. No problem at all.
Very good.
Pascal is on, and he also has 30 seconds to finish his 3 repetitions. So he's struggling with the first. Okay. He has to use one hand, and then he can change the hand after the 3 repetitions, but not on the first. Okay, 1. He did the first one. And can he get up the second one? The first one really looked fucking hard.
Yeah,
get it up, my friend.
Struggling a lot.
What's up with you?
Come on, let's...
Okay, so this is no rep.
Time is gonna run out.
Okay, he has like 7 seconds left to complete this repetition. But
Giving
as
it
you can
all,
see, he's
but
very fucking hard.
it doesn't look like he can finish it.
Okay. This is a KO in the first round. The world record in this exercise actually is around 135 kilogram. I think it's held by Mark Felix, very known strongman competitor, also very strong deadlifter. And yeah, 135 kilograms sounds not very much, but you can see 60 kilograms is already quite a challenge. And we're on to our second pair of competitors for this round.
2, 1, yep, go!
First lift, no problem. Easy, very easy. Okay, very nice. So Phil completed the first round of 3 with no struggle at all. And now we come to our third European champion in grip strength. 1, 2, very easy, 3. All right. I think we're in for quite a couple of sets and reps in this one. And up, very nice. Look at this guy. He's made up of muscle, and even his muscles have muscles growing on them. Okay, very nice.
Very, very strong results in the first round, and we see this also transfers to the second round.
Come on!
3. Okay, let's have a closer look on this one. Come on. You're very lightweight. 1, 2. Yes. Okay, very good. No problem. Come on, Johannes. Go for it. Go for it. And up. Easy. Up. Come on. 2. And up. Come on. Yes, very nice. Okay.
And as you can see, Johannes is using a very legitimate technique. He's trying to keep the equipment away from his hips and his thighs, because this is of course illegal. Come on guys, cheer him up a little bit. What's up with you guys? Okay, next set. He has to complete this one. Phil started, so he has to complete this one to be equal on the same reps. Okay, 2, no problem, and 3. Okay, very good. Dragging it up with no problem. You can see a difference in technique. I think Phil is all about strength. Yes, no problem doing this with pure power. And Johannes is doing it with all technique, using his shoulder, using his forearm, and using his wrists, of course. Come on!
Yeah, in fact, he has competed in these competitions before, and that pays off.
2. And 3, no problem. Oh, we're in for very many sets, I can say that. So this is already the 5th or 6th set. This is the calm before the storm. He's asking himself, what the fuck, how many reps does this guy want me to do? Grip it tight, come on! Up! Very good. Come on, one more. You all tried it, you all know what these guys are going through right now. This is like this 17th set or something. Okay, come on, 1. Forearms are burning right now. They're on fire, I can promise you that. Come on, up. This is a real workout session today, guys. One more.
Still got one more.
Amazing. Purely amazing. 1. brutal.
We see Phil definitely breaking a sweat, but still not struggling with any reps.
Still looks like he's doing the first sets.
2.
Okay.
We got one more. There's no giving up.
No giving in. No retreat. Very strong.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I told you a couple of minutes ago, but those guys' forearms must be burning.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what they feel now. You don't want to be in their place. Believe me. Try lifting a 60-kilo dumbbell. Just with a regular grip for the amount of reps these guys are doing. Just try it, and I think you will see that it's nothing to joke about. This is crazy strength.
4, 3.
Pull on through, come on. Yes. Very nice.
Absolutely incredible.
Incredible. He just keeps going. He keeps going. Come on. Up. There. Okay, no time to waste. Dennis getting some water. And still 3 reps to go. 2 more to even it out. Come on. Can he put him under pressure? Can he put Phil under pressure? He's like a locomotive, not stopping, not waiting for anyone, just going from A to B. And B is his goal to win this war, this battle, to prove dominance, prove that he's got the strongest grip tonight. My fucking gosh. I think we're really starting to lack words here for this.
Absolutely.
No one would have expected that.
There's nothing we can say.
Just look at it.
Just insane.
Oh, very strong, very strong. Come on,
One more.
That's it. 2 reps. It slipped out of his hand. He gets a little more time to finish the rep.
9, 8,
7, 6.
Come on.
2.
And it's
That
over.
was it. Absolutely
It was
incredible.
going on
Absolutely
forever.
incredible.
So, I don't know, if you're sitting at home,
I don't know if this has ever happened in the history of strength sport, that there was a rolling thunder battle that went on for so long, and we have a bodybuilder who just beat the 3rd place winner at the European Grip Championship. So this is absolutely mind-boggling.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the final round.
the final exercise of today is hanging from rings, which in itself is quite challenging, but we up the stakes a little bit and put something to make the rings even bigger around them.
Yeah, so we have something like a fat grip attachment on the rings. So again, big diameter that the hands have to grip, and so you have all your body weight hanging just from your hands and just on your grip.
And this is obviously something that you can try out. So if you feel that this is maybe not a worthy finale, just use some kind of pull-up bar, try to hang there, and if you can manage to hold it for 2 minutes, bow down to you. This is very hard, and take into account these guys went through 2 exercises each, through the hundreds and hundreds of reps we just saw. I'm pumped to see what will happen. Vito, give us the honor.
Okay, guys, I hope you're as excited as I am. Competitors, are you ready? Go, ready? Yeah. Thomas, ready? Everybody ready? Go!
Okay, so both the boxes, okay. Get the box out underneath him, yeah, very nice. As you can already see, the swinging is something that's to be taken into account. Both are hanging off the ground. Phil is a little bit lower, so he has to keep up his legs. We'll see what will happen now. Very strong. Stay at it, stay at it. Both are very stable.
Very good. Yeah, this is a brutal exercise because there's nothing you can do. You just hang there. So
both hanging on for dear life.
Have to ignore the pain.
There's no secret technique. It is
starting to shake. Thomas seems a little bit calmer, a little bit more stable.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Oh.
But guys, please also a big applause for this fucking strong man.
We would have expected that, but I think the countless reps really took their toll on this last exercise. Tommy was very fresh and had the chance to relax a little bit longer because the second exercise took very long.
Exactly, yeah, that's the tricky part about having these tournaments. It always depends on what opponent you get in your earlier round. That certainly determines how you end up feeling in the last round. But we also know that 20 kilograms difference is a difference. Anybody who wants to try hanging off the bar, after you've tried that, add 20 kilos and do it again, and you'll see what the difference feels like.
Thanks everybody for being part of Strength Wars and for Masters of Grip Strength.
Yeah.